It says chapter 8, Inner Alchemy, Hod, Glory. I like this title, Inner Alchemy. It's really good. So table of contents for Hod, it goes from page 123 to 132. It says Hod, Meng Meng Chakra, Inner Alchemy, transmuting lead into gold. Physiological functions, Chinese and Indian correspondence of Hod. Forgive us our trespasses. Third pair of complementary opposites. Balancing victory with glory. The eighth commandment, the divine name of Hod. Okay. But before we start, we had homework from last week, did we not? Did you guys do your homework from last week? Who did the homework for last week?
Which one? The net side?
We were doing, the homework was to go outside and look at the blue sky.
Oh,
Remember?
yes, and look at prana.
And look at
Try
the
to
air
look for
prana,
prana.
the air vitality globules. So if you haven't done it, then I'm gonna ask again for homework for next week. So go outside, look when the sky is blue, if you are lucky enough. If not, if it's cloudy, you can go outside still and still look at the cloudy sky. It's still day out, yes? Go, you can do it. No, you have to go outside. It's okay,
I
go.
do it every day.
Huh?
I do it every day.
Good. Oh, you did it. So you did the homework. You can stay. So you can go outside and
I don't know how much.
and look and see. Spend time on one point that you'll see
The prana.
the air prana until you see it as a light. You see the longer you stay on one spot, the more you'll become more and more like light. So if not, you can take this moment to go outside from your home, office, wherever you are. If it's cloudy, you can still see it, but it's even better when it's a sunny sky, a blue sky, and the sun. Just look into the sky, and just fix in one point. You'll see, things will start moving. Just keep looking, and you start seeing that they'll become points of light moving around, and then you can see. The air vitality globules, air prana, and how it's like a golden light, lots of light moving around.
So when you see them with color?
What do you mean?
When I see them, they're like clear almost, right? It's
Uh-huh.
kind of clear. And then some parts are like denser than other parts.
Correct. So actually, then good. I'm glad you asked me the question. So go outside, and then just stare at the same spot. Don't move. The longer you look, the better, the more they'll come into focus.
Does that happen with all energy? The color?
I guess because you when you're looking for a longer period of time, until your eye gets accustomed, you can do that. But this is just easier to see. Go. But just try to see on one side.
I like follow them, like watch them.
Yeah, correct. But instead of just stay on one spot, and then let whatever comes into your visions, and you'll start seeing more and more brighter and brighter, and you'll start seeing the gold ring. Although today it might be white because it's cloudy outside.
You can see it very lightly, but since the sun is almost about to set, it's harder to see. It's easier to see it when the sun is out.
But you guys, you guys went out. You saw something, yeah? Okay. A little bit. What is a little bit? Did you see something at all?
I just saw like a film, but I didn't saw like specific lighting points or something.
Yeah, you have to stay looking for a long period of time. Like this was short. You guys coming back so soon. It was kind of short. So if you stay longer and longer, just fix on one spot, you'll start seeing.
Defocus your eyesight.
You can. I mean, once you start focusing on the dots, it'll automatically defocus.
But it's
From the
like
back?
lighting dots, like
Yeah.
tingling.
Yeah, yeah. So you start seeing them move. But you did see what you said?
No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't the light, but you did see movement
Yes.
of the
yes.
energy. Okay,
The
cool.
movement, yes.
Yeah, movement is the
Like a
beginning.
kind of
You
flow,
start
but
seeing
nothing.
the movement,
Mhm.
and then you start seeing. People think it's their eyes or whatnot. But it doesn't always happen when you're like anywhere else. So. All right. The rest are outside. Okay, so well, welcome back. Whenever the others come, and they're coming. All right, so Hod, the Meng chakra. Meng chakra is located in the back, behind the navel, more or less. Right? Is on the back, more or less behind the navel. And then this is how it looks in motion. We do this with every chapter, right? The top part is how it looks in motion, and the bottom part is how it looks if it's when the chakra. If you would take a picture of the chakra in still, it will look like this. When it is, So it's how it would look in slow motion. Okay. So, question: Do you guys know how this happens?
How what happens?
So this is clairvoyantly observed, right? So clairvoyant observation shows us the chakra like this. What do I mean by clairvoyant observation? So you have this book of chakras, right? This is from Harish Johari. It's a very, book was written a while ago, in 1987. And so the chakras, how they have them are like this. So this is the basic chakra, 4 petals, right? Now the petals are more or less, the amount of petals are more or less the same, right? Actually, they are the same amount. You have the Svadhisthana chakra or the sex chakra. You have Manipura chakra. The Manipura chakra is a mixture. Some people might be the navel chakra. For others, it may be the solar plexus chakra and whatnot. But you see that what they are is just symbolic. The only thing that is the same is the amount of petals, and the petals are not like this, right? But like this. By petals, they more or less mean these divisions on the chakras. They look like petals.
Like pie slices.
Like pie slices, yes. So
Oh,
for the data analyst, yes, we have we have the statistics. We have pie slices, but they're like petals. Now, in what we have here, this is not in this book, but something interesting. Do you see? And I'm just, maybe I should use another chakra to explain. But do you see different colors in this chakra, in these petals? Yes? And there's different colors in the center, towards the center of the chakra, right? You see? This is a little, I don't know if you can see. There's, towards the center, there is, it's a little bit darker, and outside is lighter. So, but there are different colors, yes or no? If you go to another chapter, right? Netzach is a great example from the chapter from last week. You see, this is Netzach. It's beautiful, beautiful chakra. You see, it's darker. Can you check if they can see? Okay. So here you see it's darker towards the center, and outside it's lighter. And these are very vivid colors in this chakra. You see that they're different type. Like at least this blue, it's probably a different blue. This one may have a little bit of that blue, right? but it's a different blue altogether. Right, so let's just use Netzach for as an example. You see how beautiful it is when it's moving?
Mm-hmm.
This is in slow motion, right? Now, each petal you see here is a different color. Do know, right, from even science, that different colors mean different frequencies of vibration. Yes? So, when it vibrates, by these colors denote different energy frequencies. Because there's different energy frequencies, right, there's the sound, because the frequency is sound, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Frequency is sound.
Yes.
So then it is vibration, because frequency means vibration. How frequent is the vibration?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes or no, right? It's like a wave. So this frequency, this vibration is sound. Whether you can hear or not, it is vibration. Sound is vibration, right? So this vibration, each of these petals are vibrating at a different rate. Each of these petals are vibrating at a different rate.
Right. Speed.
Speed, yes. So they have different frequencies within the same chakra. And chakras are beings. So within the same being, there are different rates of vibration. Just like you have different vibrations throughout your system, your organs, right? And everything vibrates at different rates. Obviously, flesh vibrates at a certain rate and it has a certain density, but blood is different density, right? Your bones are different density and different rates of vibration. So, the same with chakra. So, this chakra, specifically this chakra, as we spoke last week, right? It absorbs air prana, right? What you just went outside to see. It absorbs air prana, right? And it distributes, and then air prana is like white prana, right? So it absorbs white prana, and then white has all the colors, yes? So since white has all the colors, air prana has all, it's white prana, it absorbs it has all the colors within it. Then this chakra breaks them down and distributes this colored prana, or this colored energy, to all the different chakras. And that's why it has all the colors, so that it can actually break it down and into each different color. So it has that capacity, that ability. That's why Hod does not, but that's not the job of Hod. Yes? Doesn't have all the colors, but that's not the job of Hod. Hod is not to have all the colors and distribute. Hod has another job. Right? So, so this is clairvoyantly seen. As you can see, chakras in ancient traditions, in this case this is the Indian tradition. Other traditions would draw them in different ways, right? In the Kabbalistic tradition, right, when they talk about the chakras, and again, where does Kabbalah come from? There are many stories. It is said that it was handed, that the Kabbalah was handed to Moses by God. It was given to Moses by God when he went into the mountain with the commandments and whatnot, and he was taught Kabbalah by God. And so from there on, Kabbalah kept growing. Others talk about other patriarchs that were taught Kabbalah by God and whatnot, or the angels, different things. So it depends on what you read. There are different origins, but so this is the Anahata chakra. This is the heart chakra, right? We already spoke. So heart chakra, we see clairvoyantly doesn't look like this, but these deities and all these things are symbols for the chakra. And you see all these petals. This is symbolizing the 12 petals of the heart chakra. And the heart chakra has 12 petals. The same here. Now, right? So now, if we look at other drawings, wanted to show you something that is interesting to me. I'm gonna have to show you each chakra. If you can see, do you see this gold? This can you see this in the?
Very lightly.
Okay. How about this? Can you see these guys?
Yes.
See there.
Okay. So do you see the gold
Mhm.
inside?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a character. It's like a letter.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's because this letter
It's
is
like the P.
yeah. So you have like lang, right, or yang. They're different letters of the Sanskrit alphabet trying to denote a sound. So that sound is akin to the chakra. So why is they're trying to put a sound to the chakra? Well, they're saying since each chakra has a main vibration,
Mhm.
right? So they're saying that vibration, the closest sound to it is this one.
Her.
So it's just the chakra sound, right? And so they sometimes, depending on the chakra, they may go long, long, and then that's one chakra sound. Then another one's yam. That's another chakra sound. And so you can activate chakras like that. Balance, 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 right? So
So does that
So-
activate them and cleanse them, or
correct.
just?
So it generally you start when you it's like this. I don't know why we got into this. I just want to explain something. Could you bring me the you see that quattro right there? Thank you. So so what they're trying to show you, since these are symbols, and the symbols are there not because they think there's just these persons in your chakras or in your energy centers in your body, but they're trying to tell you that these chakras are alive, so they're beings. Also, they're trying to tell you they have a certain frequency. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm gonna play for you guys Moonlight Sonata. No, I'm just joking. I don't know how to even play that. But this is a cuatro, by the way. This is a cuatro is from Venezuela. It's a folk instrument from Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela originally. I'm probably the only Venezuelan in my family. I was the only one born there, but I am from there. Anyway, okay, but so this a cuatro it's called cuatro because it has 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So and that's why it's called cuatro. So let's say they all have different frequencies, right? So these are the sounds. So I don't know if you can see, but these strings, right? They vibrate. Can you see this? And none of the others vibrate when I hit them, right? You see that? Look at the other strings, and then none of them vibrate when I do this. Now, if I would do the same sound, so if I hit this, if I hit this note here, this and these two should have the same sound, right? So if I hit it, you should see out of resonance that this string is going to vibrate without me touching it. You see it vibrating a little bit? Resonating? Can you see it?
Not on the screen.
I don't know if you can see this. Is this?
Okay, maybe there. Wait.
I'd have to focus it.
This one here.
Kind of good.
We're trying to get you guys to see this. I'm trying.
Try not.
Okay.
Stay in that spot.
Do you see the bottom string vibrating a little bit? just hit the top.
It's showing us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of motion, right? So, okay, so but they sound the same, right? So maybe a little. Now it's more. So now you should have to mess with it. You see it? Okay. So you see that it when this vibrates, the other one vibrates at the bottom. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. Isela, do you see? Yeah, it's a little vibration. I'm not saying that it's going to move all the way, but you see that it moves. You don't see the other ones moving, right? You don't see the middle two moving. Okay, so and if I go like this, if I go like this, you see this you see the second one you should see vibrate. It's going to be very slight because it's very tense, right? And you also see the top one moving when I hit it. Why? Because the same sound, when it resonates, right, it will vibrate, it will make the other ones vibrate. That's resonance, right? Because it's the same note, the same vibration, the same sound, same vibration will make vibrate. When that's vibrating, will make vibrate anything that is tuned to that sound. So when the chakras are tuned to a certain vibration, so those sounds are the closest thing that have been set to that vibration. So that's how sometimes people activated some of the chakras, right? The ways of activating them that is probably better and whatnot, but it is something that people did because it's very hard for you to replicate a chakra sound, but it's more or less a sound many octaves higher, because this vibration is different. So, but intention is key here, right? So, but that's that. So at the same time, I'm gonna let you guys. I don't know if you can see this. How about now? There.
It's too white. There's too much glare from the light.
Okay. I don't know if you can see that each chakra has that character, that Sanskrit character, because they spoke Sanskrit, right? If they spoke English, they would have letters, right, or something like that. Up like this. And then, but you see, if you look at the petals, you see that the petals also have characters. And that's because the petals are also vibrating at a different frequency. And that's what they're trying to say here. You want to put it closer?
Sorry. I can always try to scan this later.
So you see that each chakra has a sound, right? A character, and then the petals also have characters. But what is that trying to do? It's trying to tell you that they're different frequencies. How do we see that? And then this is just showing you that the chakra sounds and the petal sounds, like the bija sounds is what they're called, right? And so you have, but how do we see that? We see that through color. So when you see color, I'm just trying to explain that when you see color, you want to remember that that each petal is a different frequency, and even different chakras have different tones of blue. So blue or red, let's just say red from your crown chakra, right, is not the same as red from your basic chakra. Completely different, because these higher chakras cannot really process, right, like warmer colors like reds and oranges and yellows from the lower chakras, because those are too dense, too gross, right? Of those colors, the vibration is much lower than what these chakras are vibrating at. So generally, when that happens, you have a lot of red energy in your head area from the bottom, from the lower chakras. I will see from the main when it's more functioning, it might, or you have hypertension or whatever, when the main or the HOD, the one we're gonna see today, you may get a migraine. And there's like all this, because it's allowing all this, dirty or grosser energy to get into the head area, and because they can't process this energy, you might get a migraine or things like that. You understand? Mixed with stress and whatnot. So, why? Because these chakras cannot really deal well with these grosser energies.
So when you are cleansing a chakra, is it possible that certain petals will become more congested than others? And do you then, because I'm trying to think in terms of what you just demonstrated, that colors of the same frequency cause other colors to activate. So certain congestion on one color in one chakra, could it then also cause congestion in another chakra in the same color? What
was your question again?
I'm trying, so
but what did you just ask?
Is it possible?
I just have my answer is going to be, because I was just thinking of my answer to be ask Master Choa, but continue. I want to hear your question because it was interesting. I'm still gonna say ask Master Choa, but please.
So I'm thinking in terms of when you're cleansing a chakra, right? When you're healing it.
What was your last question?
Is it possible that certain colors become more congested than others, and that has a trigger effect on other chakras in the same color petal in a different chakra?
Interesting. Like what you're seeing with the string. That's very interesting, yes. Experiment. You should experiment, use clairvoyant observation, but in reality, the entire body is a system, right? Your body is constantly, has myriads of sounds, not only from the chakras, but also from your entire system. Also at a physical level, at an emotional level, at a thought level, because your thoughts are constant at vibration too. Why do I say at a vibration? Is there energy? And energy is vibration. At the end of the day, everything is sound. Whether it is in the physical plane or in other dimensions, everything is vibration. Clear? So that is a very, not only bold statement, but it's also understand what I'm trying to say. So everything is vibration. That is why it is said, in the beginning, there was the Word. And the Word was? The Word was God. Yes, from the Bible, it says in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God. So the Word was God. And so you sometimes will hear, and so do you think God is in the physical plane? No, it's in a different dimension, right? It's in everywhere. He's everywhere in the physical, in all the planes, touches all the planes, but it's but creation came after.
It's part of
Understand?
God's vibration.
Correct. So welcome. So I'll repeat this for the benefit of the people who just got here. So in the beginning, it is said everything. Do a quick invocation, okay? On your own. And you can hear as you invoke. Did we do an invocation?
No, we
did
didn't.
not. Let's do an invocation. Sorry. Let's do an invocation. I'm here talking. But we meditated before, so we did invoke before, kind of. So let's do it again. We can see we're waiting for you guys. Okay. Please join us with an invocation, just to say thanks and to, it is said that every study should be preceded by a prayer, right? To the Divine Supreme and Absolute God, Divine Father, we humbly thank you for your divine and priceless blessings. Thank you for your divine light, for your divine love, and for your divine power, for the divine mercy, good health and protection, guidance and illumination, for the priceless teachings, priceless life energy, for the healing and the knowledge and understanding. For the higher spiritual progress, our spiritual evolution, the prosperity and the abundance, the goodwill and the will to do good. Thank you. To the Supreme God, we humbly thank you. To my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy angels, holy masters, to all the saints, to the divine Lord Christ, to the hierarchy of the holy angels and archangels, and to all the great ones, we humbly thank you for your divine and priceless blessings. Thank you for your priceless teachings, for your priceless understanding, harmony and peace, for the knowledge and illumination. Thank you for the divine guidance and divine protection. With thanks and full faith, so be it, and so it is. Thank you for your divine presence in this session. We humbly thank you. Thank you. Amen. Okay. So, what are we saying? We're talking about everything but the chapter, yes?
Everything is vibration.
Okay, good. So everything is vibration. Whether it is in this dimension or another dimension, everything is vibration. The only difference from one dimension to another is like an octave. So in ancient times, right, there were 4 sciences that were taught in classical education, right? These 4 sciences were called the quadrivium, right? The quadrivium. And these ancient sciences were arithmetic, right? Geometry. Arithmetic for, because everything is mathematics, everything follows an order and laws of things. Then you were taught geometry, the form and spatial order. And then then the study of astronomy, to see the celestial bodies, right? In all its movements and their movements. And then the last science was music. And yes, music was considered a science in classical education. Apart from these 4, there were the 7 liberal arts. And music wasn't in any of the 7 liberal arts. Yes? So music, why was music a science? Because music was the music of the spheres. Through music, through sound and vibration, music was used to, and harmonies, it was used to actually study the different dimensions. That's how they study different dimensions. So you heard sometimes, we also covered already that, there is heaven, there is hell, and there is the earth, there is purgatory or whatnot, and there are different heavens. So, we read that there, in different books or different, from the patriarchs or in the book of Enoch or whatnot, they talk about different heavens, right? So different heavens have to do with different dimensions. Clear? Different dimensions. or different planes of existence, of higher level vibrations. So you have the astral plane, you have the mental plane, you have the the Buddhic plane, and all these different planes, however you want to call them. But they are, and you have the physical plane. The physical plane is very dense. The vibration is very low. Like when you play the piano, is boom, 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 right? It's very low vibration. And the higher you go, right? The vibration is cling, cling, cling on the other side of the piano. It's very, very high. So the piano, when you have the piano, you have, 7 notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, right? Ti, do in English, yeah. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then you continue again those, and the do is the beginning of the next octave. But this do and this do is the same, it's just in a different octave. And as you go in different octaves, right? As you go in different octaves, it's the same 7 sounds. So whether it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, here in Sanskrit, when they're trying to talk about different these type of sounds, right? The sounds of the chakras, or when you do it in another, there is a good explanation. Can I give you this? Thank you. And so, let me just show other, let's just say European or Western. This is a nice book. So if you look at this chapter, so this is the Secret Teachings of All Ages, this book. It's pretty famous. A lot of people know about it. By Mandy P. Hall. It's an outline. I'm just I like what it says here. It says, an encyclopedic outline of Masonic, Hermetic, Kabbalistic, and Rosicrucian symbolical philosophy. So a lot of big words there. Anyway, this whole chapter is dedicated, and it's not saying exactly what I'm saying, but it talks about the Pythagorean theory of music and color. Music and color, what we're talking about, I guess, today. So, music and color, and this has to do later with the alchemy of stuff, right? But the advanced course in pranic healing is all about the alchemy of colors. So those that you guys already took the advanced pranic healing course, you learn about color, but in reality you're learning the alchemy of colors and how they come together to do myriad things, right? Beautiful things to heal. And so if you see this fret right here from like an instrument, I don't know if you can see it from there. If not, you can trust me. Can you see it from there? Not really. You don't have to do the whole focusing thing, but I promise you, it basically says A, B, C, D, E, F, G, from the notes, and then you have different circles here, and the circles denote the different frequencies of the different worlds, right? Of different heavens, or different dimensions that are there. And so all, having to do with the different sounds. And all with the different colors and planets and whatnot. I'm going to pass this around so you guys can see it. Let me see if the next chapter is more or less. And this right here, this painting is the macrocosm and the microcosm. And you see really a Star of David there. And it's basically just the energy going up in the triangle, the energy going down another triangle, and from its mouth, I believe, I think it's from its mouth, all the 7 colors are coming out. It's just in black and white, but the color version has all the 7 colors coming out of it. So I'm gonna give you this. You can see this up close, and you can pass the page, and you can see the fret with or the arm of the cello or violin, and fingerboards and whatnot. So So at the and in the end, everything is sound. And why do I say everything is sound? Because in the Bible, right, like it is said, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. Yes? Okay. So, if God itself is a word, or and a word is what?
A frequency or vibration.
Exactly, it's a frequency or vibration. It is actually a myriad of frequencies and vibrations together. Creating, so like forming something. Like every word has a meaning behind it. It's more than a sound, it's a myriad of sounds or vibrations together. That's the difference between a word and just a sound. Clear? So this has a deeper meaning when you say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and it was with God. And so this whole thing, right, it also tells you is if that creation itself, if you can, and I'm marrying science and spirituality here, but if creation was created via sound, if there was a Big Bang, that is in the end is sound. It's vibration. A lot of vibration, right? Big Bang. But I wouldn't expect anything less than God's command to be like a Big Bang. But in at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that you have, whether it was like that or not, you have God. If before creation, God has always existed, right? The divine supreme being, an absolute being, has always existed before creation, and is all things. Even after creation, so even before then there was vibration. Even, and at different points, even when there is beyond the pairs of opposites, is that beyond anything there is always, there, even after creation or when creation happens. That's why the beginning was the Word. And even in that sense, there is God is vibration. God is everything, and God is in all things and beyond all things. And so yes, our chakras have vibrations, but so do we. And our soul vibrates, and has another vibration from in another frequency, in another dimension. And so dimensions are like within the same octave, more or less, or a set of octaves. You have dimensions in that set of, in a range. And so you have other dimensions are in another range. And so notes in those ranges are what vibrate at that frequency. You understand? And and sometimes you may say that you may understand that we say the planetary logos, the solar logos, right? You have heard these terms before? Heard me talk about the planetary logos or the solar logos or the universal logos, right? What are these? What is this word logos? Logo means word, and it's attributed to a great being or to God. Because of that. So and this is why if you like Germany, you like Volkswagen. No, I'm just joking. But that was a commercial.
Do the numbers of petals themselves also have a frequency? Do the numbers of petals have a frequency as well? If every
Explain. What do you mean? The numbers of petals.
Do numbers have frequencies?
Yes,
Like a
of course.
vibrational frequency?
You're saying, okay, so you have a certain range of sounds and motions that you can get from this guitar because it has 4 strings. Not guitar, or quattro, right? You have other range of sounds because the guitar has 6 strings, and you know it has. So it's different ranges, right, of sounds. Yes, it affects the overall has a